What is growing in my garden in November? Lots of garlic. I absolutely adore garlic, so I can never grow too much. My broccoli is doing exceptionally well, and you will notice I grow broccoli small clumps in lots of different areas over my garden. This is so if you do get caterpillars and other pests, they shouldn't transfer too much to another crop. So if one crop becomes very damaged, you could have your other crops saved. To stop butterflies laying eggs, the best thing you can do is spray with a mix of garlic, chilli and onions strained through boiled water. To stop the caterpillars transferring on the ground, put eggshells round all the bases. So though the butterflies may lay eggs and you get caterpillars, the caterpillars shouldn't be able to transfer to the next crop. I have a whole array of different chilies and peppers in my garden, lots of different varieties. The onions and the carrots are doing very well. I always plant onions and carrots together. I find this helps stop a lot of pests and bugs. The carrots I grow in different areas also, with onions always around them to help stop any of the pests. The chilies continue to grow well. My orange trees that I grew from pips are growing very well and will soon be ready to plant out. Here is one of the orange trees we have just planted out. It's November and the peppers shouldn't be growing now. I'm normally cutting them back. You will find this year the peppers have grown throughout the whole year and are still doing very well, as you can see. The asparagus is in its green wispy stage. For some unknown reason, I've got new growth of melons already. This is completely the wrong time of season, and as you can tell, I've got the yellow heads on them. So I'm just going to leave them and see if they actually produce melons, even though it's completely the wrong time of year. Some of my younger fig trees are still green, which is wrong for this time of year. And we have been getting very good purple figs still from them. Unfortunately, I've just picked the last lot off. I forgot to film those for you. And this is November. I dropped an old melon into this area here, and again the melons have started to come up. Again, completely the wrong time of year for this, but I will leave them and see what happens. They shouldn't fruit, it's too far in the season. Just found another fig tree where we do have another fig still growing, just to show you. They should have finished long ago. This will get much bigger still. On this Ruth Stout bed, I've actually just put in some pumpkins. It's my first time trying to grow pumpkins. So again, we'll see. If they don't grow with this method, then I don't think they will grow here. I've just planted some garlic in this tyre, so I will keep track of that for you. The lemon trees have new growth on them. And again, more peppers doing very well. This is my hugel bed area. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, bed 2. They're all done slightly different variations so I can see what works best. Bed 3 is a long thin one. Oops. And bed 4. All very slightly different variations, as you may well be able to tell. And I'll take this opportunity to show you the depth where I can build the beds up to. It's a slope to the next level, so all the water drains down from the top here, the top area, down the mountain, and sits in this area, which is actually, as I've said before, a lower driveway at the end of our plot. The lemons are starting to regrow. So this is November, and they're small and green, and these get very big. The apricot trees are starting to bud slowly, and we've still got leaves on them, which we shouldn't have. The mandarins are growing. Got lots of green mandarins coming. The tree's absolutely full of them. The carob trees, although not long picked, have got the new growth already starting to appear. Like little furry growth. This will become the new carob. And of course, still the green leaves. This tree is an evergreen, so the leaves will always be green. You even get this growth on the empty branches where there are no leaves, if it's a new branch. Wild spring flowers are also starting to pop up through the ground. We did have a little bit of rain, which has made them want to come up a little too soon. The ground will be absolutely covered with these, and later on poppies all over our land. This is another wild plant that grows literally everywhere in these mountain areas. There are so many wild bulbs in these mountain areas, and this is one that has finished. It grows a very long stalk, and then these little pods at the end have little black seeds in every single pot. I've collected some of these this year, so I can try and grow some more of these plants where I want them to be and create my own wild area. This is not grass. These are the start of more wild plants. Very pretty wildflowers. Got so many different types here, and they're all so beautiful. The pomegranate trees have new growth on them, and soon they will bud and turn into beautiful red flowers. The quince tree has its fruit nearly ready for picking. You cannot eat these raw. And still we have pomegranates. These should be finished also, but we still have big crops of pomegranate. The daffodils are coming up way too soon. Again, as I say, this is November, already we have lots of daffodils coming up, whole row here and in many other places in my garden. Look at them all coming up because we just had a little bit of rain and they've come through. My geraniums are still in flower and my new geraniums growing beautifully.